What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So I uploaded a video a couple of days ago, or a day ago, talking about the fact that, Sanji Pudding is going to be arriving, 6+ Zoro is going to be arriving as well, and just a whole bunch of other characters were debuting in a big data download that was going to be happening, and we now have that data download to talk about the upcoming banners, deciding how good they are, deciding whether or not you should be pulling on them. And I guess, we could kind of say preemptively, if you're a free-to-play player, you probably should be avoiding these banners at all costs. Wait for those really, really big Sugos, high legend rate, lots of characters available, lots of good characters available. So let's go ahead and get into it and have a look and see what we have. So there are three, actually technically, because one part is split into two, so technically it's 4 new banners. So the first one here, let's not start with this one. Let's actually just scroll across. Let's go scroll, and you'll see this one here, the Selected Sugo Fest. You have a part 2 and a part 1. And this is the banner. If you can see right at the top of the banner, you've got Brook and Frankie that are just chilling there. So they are debuting on this banner. Kind of weird that they're doing it that way, but still, it's kind of interesting because this banner looks pretty enticing. The fact that you've got some of the best legends in the game just chilling here, man. You can see if you go to the event information, it doesn't give us any details about the banner or anything, but you see May 12th, 1900 PST is when it's going live, which I believe is at the end of the treasure map. So once the treasure map concludes, this banner will come in and it will be replacing that banner. Also to note is that the JP anniversary is going to be on May 12th, not 1900 PST time. If you go by PST time, it's going to be May 11th, 1900 PST time, but in Japan, it's going to be their May 12th. So that's something to look forward to. Hopefully we get some information on that soon for the JP anniversary, because I'm super excited to see what the new units are going to do. I digress. Let's talk about this stuff right here. So you can see a lot of good characters are here. We have the steps here. So the steps for this one, you see, the first one is discounted at 30 gems. Then you've got a guaranteed new character. So the second multi guarantees you either Brook or Frankie, which is pretty dope, actually. We talked about the units and what they do in the previous video. Like, they're not amazing units, but to get a guaranteed new unit for 80 gems is not terrible, I guess. I don't think they're overly worth it, and again, if you're a free-to-play player, you shouldn't really be pulling on a banner like this. If you're super tempted, I mean, maybe the 30 gem multi to have a shot at like Kaido Big Mom or V3 Boa or Sugar or something like that, but I don't really think it's worthwhile, honestly. The third multi is a guaranteed legend, though. Then you've got a fourth multi being 1 gem. You've got another guaranteed legend on the 5th, another new character, another legend, 1 gem, limited pool legend. Nothing on the 10th, though, really. You got everything from like 1 to 9, but nothing on the 10th. But then you got a legend, 1 gem, legend, limited pool legend, 1 gem, legend, nothing on the 18th. And then 19 is a legend, then a limited pool legend. So the steps are pretty good. I believe the steps will be the same on both parts. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. Just different characters are going to be on each of the parts. So you can see part 2, you've got Luffy Sanji, Smoker, Kid, Germa 66, Halloween Law. And then part 1, you've got Halloween Shanks. You've got Kaido Big Mom, Sweet Commanders, V3 Boa, Sugar. We'll have to see what the rest of the characters are going to be like, but not a terrible banner, honestly. Just the structure seems not bad. It does really come down to what other characters are going to be available here. What are the rate boosted rare recruits, if there are going to be any rate boosted rare recruits. Again, this is one of those banners that I probably wouldn't advise you to pull on, but if we go over to the Adventure tab and we go over to the Event tab, the Frankie and Brook are actually debuting alongside this event right here, the Binks Sake, or the Binks Brew Feast, and also the Man's Pride. So these are little quests you could see that will drop some Rumble Scrolls, and if you look at the Brook quest, you can get some Gold Scrolls potentially. We don't really know what this event's completely about, but you can see that depending on how many times you clear it, you get some gems. There's Rumble Scroll sets as well. There is a condition, so if you clear with a Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Frankie, and Brook in your crew, you get some Rumble Scrolls and some gems. So yeah, this is going to be an event that, you probably want to pull these new characters, because if you use the new characters, it's going to make the fight easier, though you don't have to if you don't want to. I'll probably be providing you guys with a video about that when it does drop, so that's cool. It's cool. Anyways, moving on to this one. This is the big one that everyone has been waiting for. Sanji and Pudding Sugo Fest exclusive is going to be arriving, and of course, as we all know, they are going to be a Kizuna Sugo Fest exclusive only character. You can only summon these characters on Kizuna Sugo Fests. This character is very powerful though, and we did talk about what their abilities are in the previous video that I made. But this character is great, definitely considered to be one of the better legends in the game. I'm not a big fan of the unit overall. This unit is good, I'm not saying they're bad, I'm just not a big fan of the unit because they do play a very defensive game style. However, they are quite good offensively as well. 5 times captain to 2 classes, they got lots of health, damage reduction, they have a special that gives you color affinity, but also amazing utility that can be used in a lot of cases, which I really like, and their switch effect is actually pretty good too, if I can find it, this one right here, allowing you to remove a lot of utility on themselves. They give themselves a matching slot, and you heal back 25% of the damage that you took in the previous stage when you move into a new stage. It's exceptional. Really, really powerful effect. So they're going to be debuting this banner, so let's go ahead and have a look and see what they've done in terms of the structure. So the first pull is a class pickup Sugo Fest only character. So class pickup. So I guess depending on the classes that are available, you'll be able to pick up certain characters of that class. I'm not really too sure what they mean by that. That's an interesting one. Hopefully you can still pull the Chiffon, because the Chiffon rare recruit you see on the banner as well, right next to Sanji Pudding. They debut on this banner as well, and they're a really good unit actually. So I'm really hoping I can get my hands on them, because I'll be doing a couple pulls on here. Nonetheless, I will be doing a couple pulls, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the unit. You know, having an opportunity to get them, because remember you can only pull them on Kizuna banners. So we'll see what happens. But second multi is a legend or a rate boosted character. The third is a recommended character, which is huge. So recommended character is any unit that you see here. Any one of these units is guaranteed. So you've only got 5 units, right? Sanji Pudding, the new Chiffon, you've got Vivi Rebecca V2, and then you've also got Sengoku and Monet, who are other Kizuna units. So that's pretty good, man. The fact that, you know, one of them is guaranteed on the third is quite good. If you get a red, you're guaranteed to get one of those new legends, which is dope. The fourth is a 1-gem multi, another legend on the fifth, Sugo, or a rate boost, another Kizuna Clash character, 1 gem, and then it just, you know, cycles between all of those, and you have to make it all the way to the 25th multi to pull Sanji and Pudding. So I don't think it's worth doing 25 for Sanji Pudding, because while yes they are a good unit, on Japan they actually don't see that much play, unfortunately. So I don't really think it's worth doing 25, but you know, there's definitely going to be people out there that want to do it. And remember, you can only pull them on these banners, so if you want to get Sanji Pudding right now, you have to do the pulls on this banner. Otherwise, you'll have to wait for another Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest to arrive. But remember, we already know in Japan that there is going to be another Kizuna Clash legend that's going to be arriving, which is the Fire Tank Pirates crew legend. You can only pull them on a Kizuna Clash Sugo. So if you are really wanting to get this character and you don't get them, you can potentially wait for that to drop as well. Do pulls for 2 potential secret units there. So, you know, that's an option. But 25 multis for this unit, I think it is a little steep, considering, you know, in early February we had Halloween Shanks debut on a Kizuna Clash Sugo Fest, and you could get him for 15 multis. If you did 15 multis, you got him guaranteed. I guess it was kind of like a way they wanted to try and bait people into summoning, considering it was right before the anniversary. I can kind of understand that, but I just don't think that Sanji Pudding should have been 25 multis. I do believe they probably should have been, you know, 20 to 15. At least how many 1-gems are there? There's 3, 4, 5. There's 5 1-gem multis. So I guess technically they're kind of worth 20 multis, because 5 of them are only going to be 5 gems total. So you can give or take that. They're technically worth 20, but it is what it is. That's it. That's it though for this specific banner. At least the first multi though, you do see it is 30 gems plus a guaranteed Kizuna unit. So that's actually, well, it's not a Kizuna unit. It does say class pickup Sugo Fest unit. So we'll have to see exactly what that means. And again, I don't think this is a banner that free-to-play players should be summoning on. Obviously, if you're not a free-to-play player, you can decide how you want to spend your gems. I'm personally going to be doing between 3 to 5 multis to see how it goes. The recommended characters on the third, and then the 5th multis are guaranteed legends, so I will see how we go. I'm not too excited for Sanji Pudding. If I get him, I get him. That's awesome. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I'm not that pissed about it. But then the final banner of this video, we're going to talk about, there's lots of banners, which is going to be the Support Sugo Fest. So this one debuts the day after Sanji Pudding. So Sanji Pudding debut on the 15th at 1900 PST, and the support banner is the 16th at 1900 PST. So this banner right here, it debuts 2 new units, of course, which is going to be the Robin and the Chopper. Again, we talked about him in my previous video. These units are really good units that can be attached to the new waifu units of Shiro Hoshi Mancheri, Vivi Rebecca. They attach to quick units that are also cerebral units. So there is a small pack of units that these units could be attached to. and they're pretty good support units. But on this banner as well, you see you've got Kara, and you've also got Sabo too. So this banner, the first multi is going to be discounted at 30 rainbow gems, and you get a guaranteed support rare recruit character. Now, even if you are free to play, I probably would consider this, because some of these support rare recruits are insane, right? You've got Brule, who's probably the best. You've got Daifuku, who came out, who's currently still available. You've got Caesar, who's really good. You've got support Sabo, who's on this banner as well. Phenomenal. Koshiro, who attaches to Zoro. You've got support Sengoku, really good for Luffy lore. There's a lot of good support rare recruits here, and for 30 gems, you get one of them guaranteed, and you still could potentially pull some stuff, you know, before the end of that pull as well. It is a Sugo Fest, so you can still get legends here as well. I don't know what legends are available, but there's legends here nonetheless. It's a pretty good, it's pretty worth it, honestly. I think this is something that you should probably do. But then if you go a little bit further, the second multi, you're guaranteed to get one of the new characters, so you're guaranteed to get at least Robin or Chopper on the second multi, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing 2 multis and stopping there. There's nothing on the third multi, unfortunately, but the fourth is a 1-gem multi. You get another support rare recruit on the 5th, legend on the 6th, then it goes to a 1-gem multi on the 8th, so nothing on the 7th or 9th, and you got a recommended character, which is pretty good actually, and then new character and a new character. So those are all the 3 new banners here. Honestly, I think the one that is probably the least worth is the selected Sugo Fest, but considering I think it's the least worth, it has the best legends available, because you've got some amazing units here, and that's going to be the temptation for a lot of players out there. But again, I think it is better for those players to potentially hold on to your rainbow gems for some of the biggest celebratory events. One Piece Day is late July, French Anniversary Sugo Fest is also late July. So One Piece Day is on the 22nd of July, and then the French Anniversary is usually the last couple of days of July. So the end of July is going to be crazy in terms of events and big releases for the Sugo Fest. So that's probably the next big time that most people out there should be pulling. And we don't really know what's arriving at the end of this month, whether it be a new legend or another filler Sugo Fest. I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing, but I think it would be worthwhile to save your rainbow gems. But then again, if you are a big fan of Sanji pudding, this is the only time you can get them. So, you know, this is the best opportunity to go for it, unless if you want to wait for a future Kizuna Sugo Fest, which is also something worthwhile to do as well. But that is going to wrap up this video today, talking about all the brand new Sugo Fests that are arriving. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.